Hey ladies, it's Saturday night, and you know what that means. You want to get away. Single Moms Lifestyle presents the Saturday Night Getaway.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, guys. You are now tuned in to Single Moms Wives Saturday Night Getaway. This is season 3, and this is show number lucky 7. Hey, so I am your host tonight, Not Your Status Quo, and I'm sitting here with my fabulous co-host. We got Simply Lorraine in the building.
Hey.
And of course, the birthday diva, Miss Queen G.
What up? Hold on. Am I muted? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear
Yes,
you, boo.
ma'am.
Okay. What up?
All right.
Hey,
And so
boo.
I think it is only fitting before we get to the getting that I allow you, Queen G, to give a birthday shout out to everybody repping a March birthday.
Absolutely. So first of all, Aries, stand up. You know, we still got a little more time in this month for March. So if your birthday is in March, happy birthday to you guys. You see me in my little get up, and I'm actually gonna slide out here in a little bit. My babies are still celebrating. I'm here with my family, and it has just been an amazing birthday for me. So thank everybody that sent a text message, an email, a phone call, a song, whatever it is, a post like y'all did that. Y'all have made my entire month fabulous.
Because you took the whole month. We know that.
Listen, the whole month. When you hear March, you know what I'm saying? That's me, shouty. That's me,
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Happy birthday to everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed your month.
That's right. And happy birthday to you. And tell me, you 41 and fabulous?
They call me 40P. 41P now.
And we're going to pivot after that and say, if you would like to send a shout out to anyone, just go ahead and email us at singlemomslifestyleradio@gmail.com. And so if this is your first time tuning in, we just want to tell you thank you. Thank you so much. And we are excited because with it being Queen G's birthday weekend, she was allowing me to host and Simply Lorraine to host. And so we are repping the Show Me State of Missouri tonight. Stand up. I got my tiger get up on.
Yes, honey.
573 in the building.
Yes, ma'am.
And so just moving forward, so you guys don't miss a beat with us, we do get down starting at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And so it's definitely a treat and you don't want to miss out. So we thank you all for tuning in tonight. A couple of things that I'd like to get out there. I want to give a shout out to some family. Camille Dixon, she has her Mary Kay business going on. And so you can look her up at marykay.com, searching for your consultant. Again, Camille Dixon. So I love my Mary Kay, honey. And,
I already got my skin so soft. I think it's called something else now. I forgot the name. I'm sorry, Camille. I'll figure that out. But in the summertime, it's like the best off ever, especially for little kids. So y'all need to go ahead and look Camille up get with her. Mary Kay's gonna always be dope.
Pink hugs, honey, pink hugs. So I'm with that.
Congratulations.
I did want to give a shout out to, since we are repping the Show Me State tonight, Inspired Sense with Tanya Kemp. I am also wearing some of the body butter. And so for our viewers in the mid-Missouri area, please hit up your girl, Tanya Kemp. She is Inspired Sense, and you can find her on Facebook at inspired_sense. And so makes you feel silky smooth and you smell good too.
Sis, bring me some when you come.
I will. I got you. And then another order of business, I want to give a shout out to Chick Prince here in Columbia because I got a nice little cut from her. Y'all see me?
Yes, I see you, hon.
I put a little curl in
Yes.
it because it was your birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, one time for the birthday chick. Hey, you
But
look
y'all can
amazing.
find, thank you. Y'all can find my girl Chick Prince. She is at Artistry Salon here in Columbia. And you give her a call. She's down on Big Bear Boulevard. And y'all, she got some amazing products. I wanted to pull out her hair love because she focusing more so on the health of your hair. And she's got a line of products from shampoo, conditioner, and also a nice little growth oil.
Oh, wow.
And so she's doing her thing. And so look her up on Facebook, Chick Prince. Y'all, we repping the Show Me State tonight, honey. So,
yes.
you know.
Top of the one time.
Oh, then there's that. Do y'all have any shout outs? Because I can go on.
Yes, I would like to shout out Polish Me Pretty here in Columbia, Missouri for getting my mom's nails right today and also getting my manicure and pedicure together. Listen here, baby.
Okay.
That's the
One
deal.
time for the one time. Well, I know today is an extremely special birthday, and that is the King's birthday. He turned 3 today. So
Aw.
my
Happy
grandbaby,
birthday.
first the
Yes, happy
oldest,
birthday, King.
he turned 3 today. So happy birthday, Grandma Stinka. He had a real turned up cake lit day, okay?
I know that's right. Oh, y'all. And one last order of business. Look what I got in the mail.
What? I thought I
What?
seen it come through. Like,
Yes. So I want to give
yeah.
a shout out to Pastor Casey Hamilton down in Atlanta. Y'all cop
Absolutely.
his book, Marriage is Not for Everyone. I just got started
Yes.
on it and I'm feeling good about I don't think it's me no more. I don't think it's child.
But anyway,
But anyway.
and let's let on that. Yes.
You hear me?
You understand?
So then there's that. And so before we kick off tonight's topics, which happen to be giving full access of yourself to someone, and also we'll touch on the difference between being alone versus being lonely.
There is a difference.
Because there is a difference. And so do y'all want to anything else we want to get out of the way before we dive deep into our hot topics?
Not at all, but I will tell you, we're going to hop on over to this dinner, and then I'm going to try to sneak back in. I'll sneak back in before you guys in the show. I'm going to really try. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being awesome, sawsome. Do your Simply Lorraine and your Not Your Status Quo thing.
All right. Well,
We'll
happy
be
birthday
watching.
weekend. Enjoy
I love you
yourself.
guys. Thank
Love
you.
you.
I'll see you
All
guys
right.
soon.
See ya. All right. Okay, so Simply Lorraine, it's you and me, sis, tonight. And so I think we need to go ahead and dive in on the conversation of giving full access of yourself to someone. And so when I think about that, it can go on a multitude of things. You know, of course, the first thing that I think of is a relationship. An intimate relationship with somebody. And, it's difficult for me in the beginning to just dive straight in because it's almost like, stripping yourself down to your birthday suit. So why don't you tell me just a little bit about, how you feel about giving full access of yourself to someone?
Well, I'm very leery about giving people full access, especially nowadays. It's just like I always say, just being aware. And I mean, what is as when we say full access, let me say this. It is designating something which allows or permits full rather than limited access.
Right.
Specifically designing a pass which allows barrier, unrestricted access to all areas. So that means you're willing to just, for me, open it up too soon.
Right.
Because not everyone you come across in life deserves to know. I won't even say deserves to know, should have full access to the very essence of who you are.
Right.
That should take levels to get to. It should take some time to get to full access of really knowing and understanding someone.
Right.
Because first of all, we need to try and understand what is their purpose. Do they have a purpose at that moment in your life? You know, are they helping you grow? Are they helping you learn? Are they a lesson or a blessing, honey?
Right, right. Because there's those seasonal folks that come in and out of our lives, and so there's that.
Yes,
Right,
very much so. And those seasonal folks can feel like lifetime people, but you can learn very valuable lessons, or they're just the right connection at the right moment in time in your life.
right, right. You know,
Most definitely.
sometimes it's hard for me to decipher, one from the other, because it's like, when you're getting to know somebody, you're building a relationship one way or another with them. And so it's like you are establishing, a friendship in addition to this intimacy that is created. And I think that I have to be more reserved with that. And I've gone through some stuff where I'm seeing that it's appropriate to be more reserved, versus just laying out your whole life story, on day one. Because like you said, I feel like folks don't deserve it. But, sometimes I can get carried away with the emotional component of it. And I'm like, oh, this is my forever friend right here, you know. And then when it comes time to getting into the nitty gritty stuff, that's when I go ahead and clam up. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm not, I'll tell you, I won't tell you everything. I tell you what you need to know, but I won't, tell you everything, because then folks start acting funny real quick. And that makes me feel some type of way. Hear me out. Because it's like, how you expect me to just bleed all of my heart out to you, and then, a couple weeks later, you acting funny. I think that's why it's important to kind of keep it, slow and steady, spoon feed a little bit of information about yourself, one step at a time, bit by bit, because how do I know this isn't like Little Psycho or Jack the Ripper? You know what I'm saying?
True. Like you said, slow and steady.
Yeah.
That's why you can't, that's why I feel you can't allow full access to people right away. And then, just again, a lot of things we've talked about already, just being your authentic self. When you're your authentic self, that allows you to just really see how they respond to you over time and your connection.
Yeah.
When you're just being you, if they appreciate it, or they don't know how to handle it, if they misused it a little bit, and at the same time you getting to see who they are and their characteristics.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, there's some funny acting individuals out here, including myself, and I think that it is very important to just be mindful of the information about yourself that you share, because it's like folks will take like major advantage of that, and think that they have the keys to, your heart, and that they know, how to make it pump fast and how to make it pump slower and that sort of thing. And then they use it to their advantage, maybe to your disadvantage. But it's like, come on, y'all, and that's, not just an intimate relationship, but opportunists in general. Fake friends. We hear people talk about fake friends all the time, cuz.
Yeah, but when you're opening yourself up and you're getting to know people, is it really that these people are funny acting, or we just don't understand the fact that sometimes nobody's exempt from somebody being themselves? Like, I'm not exempt from you being you, and you're not exempt from me being me, and that's all of me.
Right.
So I might be as some people it would say, having a moment, being funny acting, but really it's just a part of who I am.
Right. Right.
Because at times I'm very much an introvert, or I might need to pull back for my own personal reasons, and that don't mean I'm being funny acting. I'm just not as accessible right now.
Right.
Especially sometimes if it's not a need, like something super important, and I got other stuff going on,
Right.
or I'm just dealing with me, you're not gonna have access for just the phone call and me just making time. If it's not an emergency, I will not be accessible.
Right. Right. I feel you. And the other thing, like with me is, well, for one, I'm a single mom. What do I work 93 jobs at all different hours of the day, 7 days a week. And for me, it's like, if I'm making time for you, homegirl, homeboy, uh, favorite friend, cousin, whatever, like I care about you. If I answer your text message immediately, like I care about you. And I think people really don't think about that. They just thinking about the self-fulfillment. And it just rubs me the wrong way sometimes because it's like, I already have to stay up late in order to, take care of my regular things and that sort of thing. I already have to get up
Mm-hmm.
early, to get my workout in or to get my meditation in and stuff like that. But it's like, come on, people. I try to look at it from somebody else's perspective and think, well, maybe they just missing me or something. Maybe I need to be more attentive, when it's an established relationship or when it's an important relationship that I would like to establish. But I also feel like sometimes people don't take into consideration, what they ask of me when it's time for that. And I'm a people pleaser. And so like it hurts my feelings when somebody is like, oh, well, you can't pick up for me. You ain't, what I'm saying? You haven't checked in on me or whatever. And it's like, well, my phone does ring. I get text messages too, check up on me. Yeah, everybody said they checking on their strong friends this year. So somebody needs to check on me for real. Like get with the program. So you tell me. I mean, it's like, it's a big deal if I request off work. I try to make my doctor's appointments after 5 o'clock. I hate taking off work.
True.
So it's just like,
Very true.
I feel like, especially with, being in a relationship or courting or that sort of thing, like the person who's involved with me has to realize that first and foremost, I am a mom. And then on top of that, I work all the time. And a saying my Aunt Liz used to say was, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So something's got to give, if I'm having to take off work in order to spend some time, make time and all that.
Understandable. But again, that's why we got to pay attention to who we're giving full access, because they need to, paying attention in just some of your gatherings, like you said, you're a full-time mom, you're a full-time, about your business. So say it could be something as simple as, hey, we supposed to link up and go have a drink, or say we going somewhere and the kids can go to, and something pops up for you, and I just don't understand the fact that, something popped up, and I'm like, and hey, when you understand stuff like that, you gotta really don't, you know what I mean? You just, you can't give them full access, especially like you said, if we people pleasers, then that's automatically gonna tap into something.
Right.
You're gonna start feeling guilty about really just not being able to help it. And again, as individuals, not taking things so personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might have to cancel. You might not want to, you might not have time to do it right now. Or you might just be, something's just telling you this ain't the day for me to go do whatever it is we have planned. And me being able to just understand that and accept that without making it all about me. Now, if we don't set up something 3, 4, 5, 6 times and it keep happening, then that's something for me to pay attention to.
Right. That's a different story. That sounds like side piece, second chick, third downs.
What you say?
Nowhere
What you
near
mean,
first
friend?
base.
You cheating on me, friend? Is that what you doing, friend? You cheating on me? Got you a new best friend? Is that what
Yeah.
happened? Yes. Well, we have a question here, ma'am. It says, how do you get to know someone without trust?
Oh. You want to start that? Because I could go on.
I really don't think you can get to know
You
somebody
can't.
without trust.
If I don't
You
trust
can't
you,
get
get
to know
away from
somebody. That's it. That's it. But I guess that question's really asking, what if the person is not trusting at all? They
Nah,
really
I
don't
can't fool
trust
with him.
people. Can you be, I don't know, because I pretty much can trust people until they show me not to trust them.
Yeah.
As I'm getting to know them, or for real, I'm the type of person I like to be observant. I'm very observant, so I'll be around you for months and lay back and watch how you move, how you deal with different people, whether it be family, friend, or foe.
Yeah.
Because again, like I said a minute ago, hey, ain't nobody exempt from us being who we are.
Right.
Nobody. Not mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, kids, none of that. Ain't nobody exempt from you being who you are.
Well, I feel like when I'm friendship, whatever, I feel like I start somebody off at the top. I start them off at 100%. And then like, okay, you said you this, you that, whatever. I trust you. It's cool. All you gotta do is look for the IB, the signs that show, okay, well, you lie about this, you lie about that, or maybe it's not necessarily even a lie, but they follow through his crap. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, but if you
Well,
follow through, ain't hitting on nothing, then it's like you are shake and bake. And, once it gets to a point where I feel like it takes a lot to break my trust, it does, because I know that, stuff happens. I know that just from stuff happening with me personally. But once that level of trust is broken where I feel like I can't leave my purse around you, I can't leave you in the car, I don't want any open mail sitting next to you, like, then that's when I'm just like, if I feel that way about you, you've got to get out from around me, because it just don't make no sense. Like, if I don't trust you, there is no need in us continuing on. And if it's a situation where somebody's trying to rebuild their trust, they need to do that from a distance with me, because once I don't like you no more, I don't like you. I'll be like, I don't even know why they called me. I don't even like them. Like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh like that. And I get it, because I'm gonna use a different word. Look, baby, once you done disturbed my spirit, ain't no going back.
ain't no going
I
back.
don't care if you at my mama's house, my grandparents' house, you with my friends. Listen,
Girl,
I will not allow you to get more than arm's length away from me. Like, I'm gonna
for
keep you at
real.
a distance, because something within me and my core is telling me, listen, I'm
Yellow
not trying to
light.
find. I'm not
Proceed
trying
with caution.
to. Your energy's off. Are we not
Yeah.
vibrating on the same level? And me personally, I'm not trying to find out what it is.
Yeah, no, because it's like, honesty is something that, that's the part of in the beginnings. When your parents start teaching you about being a good person, and, what are the characteristics of a good person. And one of those first things is, are you trustworthy? You treat others how you want to be treated. Don't lie. Don't steal
I
from people.
Yeah, very true. And I think once we've been through things in life, sometimes when we are moving forward, we treat what could be our new blessings out of our old emotion.
Yeah. I know I do. I be
You know what I'm
looking
saying?
like
If we haven't got past that point, you'll be sitting there looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we gotta ask, is it me? Or are we just, you know what I'm saying, taking the time to really pay attention?
Right. I mean, sometimes I be taking the time to pay attention, and sometimes I go Ray Charles to BS, and that's my problem.
Tell me about it, honey. I don't do BS, not at all. I don't got no tolerance for BS. All I can tell you is kick rocks.
Kick rocks, and like, or not, drag your feet if you want to, but get to getting, it's that simple for me. And I feel like, one of the things that I need to work on is like, it's maybe not the fact of being honest, because I'm truthful in my words, but I also beat around the bush because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or I don't want to come across ratchet until they get to know me and they accept, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, okay, I got to dose myself out to people sometimes. And so it's like, I think we make moves with ourselves that are sometimes similar to what one would call self-sabotage, because and not giving full access of myself to somebody, and then I'm still trying to people please and all that. It looks like, okay, well, what are you doing, boss? You got this, that, and the third going on. I feel like you're only pulling the left side of your onion layers down for me, but the right side is still, up and secure. But I need a safety net within myself when I'm trying to, start and build new relationships and that sort of thing. And, once I feel like I've given somebody full access to myself, and even if it's not, intimate, if it's just like an associate type relationship, that if they mess up one time, it makes me feel like I don't like them no more. It's real, like, cut and dry with my dealings with them moving forward.
Yeah, very much so.
And what's your cutoff game like?
Terrible. Terrible. I straight up act like you don't even exist. I promise you. I act like you fell off the face of the earth.
What state we from?
The show me state.
Hello. I will show you better than I can tell you.
Most definitely.
Honey, straight up. So I don't know. I feel, hold on just a second.
I wanted to have your phone.
No, sir. It's single moms to wives, y'all, and I'm repping my single mom hat right now.
Leave my homeboy alone. He sees you on the computer and not on the phone today, baby. Can I get that? Is what he's talking about.
He better get up out of my room. Like right now. Okay, hold on. I'm going to keep our audience together real fast, so I impromptu real quick.
Oh, have mercy. Well, so back to this full access. So for me, the cutoff game is really strong. I don't give people too much access. I guess you could say sometimes I'm really not trusting, but hey, once I see some things that are not beneficial to me as well as to who I'm dealing with, then I feel like at this point in time in life, there is no purpose in the connection. Like, what are we doing? What is this for? Who is this helping? Because I don't have time to I don't want to just allow anything to tap in, plug into my energy.
You're not supposed to.
Absolutely not.
One of the things, I have a special friend in my life, and one of the things that I've been learning from him is making sure that the moves I make are constructive. And so basically he's like, it's very simple. It's either the moves you make are constructive or they're non-constructive. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, does it make sense? Does it enhance you in any way, shape, or form, or are you just blowing hot air? You know, and because if you just blow in hot air, like, keep it moving for me. And it's not to say, like, you know, not to have fun and be leisure and that sort of thing, but just be purposeful in the moves you make.
Very true. And I also believe that if we all take the time and pay attention, we have as I would like to say, we have a divine tribe. We have that family that we build outside of our family.
That's
Those
right.
people that challenge you and help you grow at the same time. It's not a like challenging you and tearing you down and picking at you, like picking at everything, but you know, making you think more, challenging you, you know, accountability partners, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And you
Like,
know I'm big on that. I love a good accountability partner because I don't want to let you down, honey. And of course having an accountability partner is good for the person being held accountable. But then it's like this person has taken the time out of their life to make sure I'm on point. So I don't want to disappoint them and them helping me help myself.
okay, very true.
So I love I have a financial accountability partner that has just been helping me stay on track with getting stuff taken care of. And no, it kind of transitions into other stuff and working with her. I have another accountability partner that is now just helping me stay more focused on like my health and wellness. And that is really important because it's like, you know, with the pandemic and then just with me inching closer to 40, I just want to make sure, you know, I look good, I feel good, you know, from the inside out. And
Yes,
so it's a hand holder, you know, having somebody hold your hand and walk you through things that maybe they are more knowledgeable about and they can share stuff with you and it does help you grow and then you share it with somebody else.
very true. Very true. So what you got to share with me?
Ah, girl, I got some things. I told you I got this special friend, got me reading. I'm talking about I'm listening to different recordings and it's just like I'm tapping into a different realm of what I didn't know about things that happen in the world, just with regards to racism and that sort of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, and to caveat off of that, it was difficult in tapping into this topic because I had to give him full access to myself on, you know, the type of people that I be around and, you know, the type of leisure activities that I do. And I almost felt like he was putting judgment on me for, you know, the associates that I have and that sort of thing. Now, I feel like I have a stellar circle around me, but it was just a different perspective of the company I kept that he had brought light to that made me start looking at the way that I was moving just a little bit differently, you know. Um, and so I would just share with you um, that it has been healthy for me, but I would just say universally, I think it's healthy for us in general um, to keep somebody on our team and in our circle that just encourages the idea to never stop learning and to think outside of your everyday box because I'm finding things out about, well, you know, myself, but also I'm looking at people differently in the moves they make, and it's actually making me, while I'm giving friend here full access to me, it's making me pull full access of myself away from certain individuals, and that at first, like it kind of made me angry, and for a couple of days I was walking around mad, like I'm on my NWA, you know, I'm listening. I'm listening to trap music at 7 a.m. and I'm like, come on, sis. Like, you have got to pull it together. But just I'll just tell you, keep somebody on your team that is a well-rounded individual with regards to learning and with regards to knowledge, and in everything that you do. This is one thing that he taught me, is to always keep the logic in the conversation, because if you're saying something and it's not logical, it's not practical, where are the facts? If that stuff is not in the equation, get to getting, because chances are it's not constructive information being shared. You just talking.
Tell me about it. We have another question. How do you feel about people that are only here for what you can give them, teach them?
Now, I ain't in the hot seat because y'all don't want to know how I feel about people, for real. I'll tell you a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that.
I feel like I'm in the pulpit with this light on me.
You know I'm silly. Quit playing with me.
Anyway, don't let my silliness get you off task, girl. Answer that question for these people. Now, what they say, what they wanted to know.
They wanted to know, how do you feel about people that are only here for what you can give them or teach them?
Okay.
Now, that depends on whom.
Right. And what I'm giving
and
them.
And what I'm giving them and where they're at in life. Because you might come across somebody that kind of needs a mentor. Or you might find yourself kind of just being that person for them for a short amount of time. And then after, y'all are not as, I wouldn't even say not as connected, because real connections don't go nowhere. It could be you ain't talked to each other in a few months, a few years, and you'll pick back up where you left off.
That's right. That's
Them are
true
your
right
people.
there.
Or this might have just been somebody that came across your path for the simple fact that you was meant to help them get a new perspective, see things from a different angle.
Right.
And then after that time you spent with them, whether it may be, or those times y'all shared together, it might be a few months, it might be some years, but you see their growth.
Mm-hmm.
They're evolving. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really say that that's a bad thing if I can keep it in a place where I don't take it personal. Because I might be taking it personal that, well, they don't call and check on me or different things like that. But at the same time, some might tap me, you know what I'm saying? Might let me know, well, that wasn't, the purpose was for you to help them out.
Yeah.
You had something that they needed, as well as, well, shoot, somebody done gave us something we needed.
Right.
So how you feel about it?
Well, I mean, if somebody is around me for certain things, it's obvious when it's when they're around me for the right reasons, and then if they are around me for the wrong reasons. You know, a leech is a leech is a leech. Period.
Yes, very true.
You know, if you always hungry when you around me, I'm obviously feeding you. So you only come around me when you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something where I see the benefit of what I'm giving, and that it is something that they can take and share with somebody else, that's different, you know, and or people fall on hard times, you know, that sort of thing. Like, I think you have to really look at the situation, but then if it's, because I love a good mentor. I love, you know, I find people that I latch on to if they're doing things that I want to do, or I like the way they're doing things and I want to do this too, or whatever, you know, you get you establish those bonds with people, but you know when it starts going left. You know when somebody's using you. You know what I'm saying? Cutting always needs $20 when they pull up, type of deal. Like, Cutting needs to stop coming around me if Cutting needs $20 every time. You know, like, I feel like it's important for myself to hone in on the BS when I see it, and don't ignore it, or don't think that, you know, they just don't, hard times don't last forever if you know, get up off of yourself and make a way. You know, you have to get outside of your box to get outside of your box.
Very true.
And, you know, people sleep on themselves, and it's like, you know, I'm done sleeping on myself, and I'm not in the business to let nobody use me no more. And
Say that.
so I feel like it's important for me to just recognize that when it's over, it's over. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. There's this song that I'm talking about. I've been playing it left and right over and over again. Jasmine Sullivan. It's the acoustic version of her song called "Pick Up Your Feelings."
Oh, tell me about it. Love it.
If I had a device right now that I could play that song for y'all, I would. Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings, especially the acoustic version. And it just says everything that I'm feeling. And it's not necessarily like, I see some friendships that I had, like where I thought, this is my sister, we are linked, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, you know, the whole time it's been really a false relationship that I thought, you know, we were friends for life or whatever. And then it doesn't turn out to be that way. It's sad. It's sad when you have to let go of somebody that, you know, you thought y'all would be friends forever. But you know when people mean you no good, let's be frank. You know, and you know when people want more than knowledge from you, or if you bring something to the table that they don't have, and that they're not trying to get because you are giving it to them. It's time to cut the umbilical cord. Friendship, cousinship, siblingship, all of that.
Hmm. Okay, what about people that you know that know you have a good heart and use you?
Shit. Now, if I'm letting somebody use
Uh,
me,
uh,
well, I'm choosing to
what-
be a fool.
well,
I'll
I
take
mean,
foolish today for 500.
that thing could have many layers, though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Because sometimes, again, like say, sometimes people have been through so much they don't know what to do with something good.
yeah.
They don't know how to treat anything good, let alone themselves.
Well, child, you know, Not Your Status Quo has a story for every situation in question. So hear
Yes.
ye, hear ye.
And I got a statement after that, baby.
So, you know, I'm gonna say this. Yes, there are times where I have taken too long to cut somebody off. And it's like then I'm mad because I'm sitting up looking like boo boo the food. But I'm mad at myself, like, with your dumb
Mhm.
ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad at nobody but me because it's like, well, hell, they asked for the $20. I'm the dummy that kept giving them $20. So then, you know, $300 later, you done $20 me to death, and I'm sitting here needing $20 now. Like, it's funny, but it ain't funny. You know, you
Very
gotta,
true. We can
you know,
laugh
you.
at some things now, okay? And that is the good thing. You hear me? I don't want to be on here in my feelings, okay? I don't want to be, as they
Yes,
say, I don't want to be in my feelers right
for
now.
real. But I just, you know, it takes a minute because, like I said, you know, you want to help the people that you care about so much. And even once you know that, like, it's a done data, it is hard for me to let that go. It takes something big for me to cut folks off. It really does, because I try to see the good in people because I feel like I'm so misunderstood that people don't try to see the good in me. You know,
Mhm.
they just see what they think they thought they saw, and then that's law.
Well, I see
And
it,
so,
baby.
well, you know what I'm saying? You one of the few that gets the whole you know, it's different. And we grew up together, and so it's like, you know, we have that bond, and we do. We can go months without seeing each other, and as soon as we do, we pop back like, you know, we never left. But I know when somebody's making a doggone fool out of me. You know what I'm saying? And that's something, you know, that I just have to be intentional about not ignoring those signs and cutting them off, because then again, at the end of the day, who you mad at? I'm mad at myself for letting somebody make a fool out of me. They asking for stuff. I'm steadily giving it to them. What's one of the first words a baby says once they start implementing speech? What's one of the first words? Can you think of one word that your son said, one of his very first words that's not mama or dad?
Oh, within the first 9 money.
Okay, we're not gonna. Never mind your
See, he was
household.
different. He
Never
was
mind
saying
your
money.
household,
He
simply
was saying
Lorraine.
his money and his uncle's name. You hear me? So
Okay.
that was like, okay, yeah, you around a lot of grown folks, child.
There's that. One of the first words that you hear a child say is no.
Yeah,
It's
very
no.
true.
That's one of the first words they say because they hear it all the time. We don't have a problem correcting children. Then some of those children, they grow up to be people who require being corrected, and you have to reprogram them and let them know, and sometimes you have to reprogram yourself too, that you have to say no. You have to say no, because people can ask you 99 different things for 99 different things. It's up to you whether you study or no. What'd you say when folks want you to hook their hair up after they done went and spend $200-$300 and then they call you with $40 wanting you to do their hair? What you tell them, Kay? Nope.
No. And that's no. I just had to learn to say no. And that's, I mean, sometimes we just got to learn to let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. But as we were just saying about that last question, what I have had learned in the past few years was that word loyalty that we throw around, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't loyal. You ain't loyal. Well, first of all, loyalty don't mean the same thing to everybody.
Sure
And I
don't.
just had to learn that.
Baby.
Once my
Hey, Queen
loyalty
G.
to something, once I
Yeah.
become
Y'all are doing so good. Look, I just slid out the little dinner like, oh, I gotta say something. I'm over there like, yes. These hoes ain't loyal. Let me just tell you.
But they ain't though.
know
These
that.
hoes ain't loyal.
But like loyalty for me is it has to come a point where loyalty is cut off too for me, because if I am being so loyal to a person, place, or thing that I become disloyal to myself, baby, listen. Baby, listen, it got to go.
There you go.
If it starts to
Absolutely.
bother me on that level, I don't care who it is.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
When your spirit
There
begin
you
to
go.
tell you, like,
Mm-hmm.
stop that. Because
Mm-hmm.
it begins to really just bother who you are.
Yes.
It does.
That means, hey, for me, it's called cut off, kick rocks. I really don't care how you feel about it.
Listen, talk your talk when you talk your talk, because that's why I had to I said, y'all, I gotta slide out one time. See, we still on the appetizer, the entree ain't came yet. So anyway, because y'all know I'm a fatty watty now. I gotta go in there to eat. But listen, honestly, that's what 40. I don't know if y'all have seen my posts lately, but that's the path that I started on at 40. When I hit 40, of course, I just turned 41. But when I hit 40, it made me really start paying attention to intentions. And you said something earlier, not your status quo, and both of you guys, and I've been sitting here, I'm putting my little, that's me comment and all of that, but I'm like, yeah, it's levels to this. I am definitely one of those that, it takes me a long time to really cut you off. Now, Simply Lorraine, you like my sister. It take y'all 2.2 seconds, and that's that on that. But it
Yes.
does not, honestly, for me, it takes me a while to do that, which means you've earned it. And so with
Right.
me, what I've paid attention to once I hit 40 is literally, let me see how intentional people are about me. When I stop calling you, when I stop visiting you, when I stop checking up on you, how intentional are you about, is my phone ringing? Who's at my door? Because that was me. I'm huge into family. I'm huge into friends. Friends can't call me and say, "Hey,
Can you teach me how to do this? Show me how to do that. I'm going to stop, drop, and roll because I want everybody to be great and be successful. But
Right.
I paid attention to how intentional, especially, I posted something about these, what they say, no new friends, that saying, it holds true. So 40 literally had me going back to 30 plus year old friendship. Because I mean what I say when I say what I said. These hoes ain't loyal. Everybody is here for what you can give them. And it don't feel good when you're genuine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not only
Pisses
that,
me off.
listen, we grown. You got grown folks in here manipulating other grown folks into really taking care of them and their family. I'm not her. You understand what I'm saying? Because you taking from my children, you're taking from me and my husband. Like, I'm not her. And the hurtful thing is that I've seen that more with our people than I've seen ever in my life. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Now, when I got to be 41 and to go back where I had to go, I started just really, my intentions make me gravitate to people that's like, hey, Queen G, you good? Just checking on you. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, Queen G, I got some information for you. Not just me on the, you know what I mean, on the other end of that.
Right.
And it's so dope. It's a good feeling. So yeah, I think it's levels to it for sure. If you can be a blessing to somebody, y'all know I'm here for that all day, every day. But there's definitely levels to where you have to cut it off because you got givers and takers and people that, you know what I mean, they'll milk the cow as long as you let them.
Right.
And that's just not females. That's in 2021, men as well. And I'm gonna let you take it over there from that natural status quo. You can go ahead and say what you're gonna say when you're gonna say
But
it.
you know I got something to
I know
say.
you do.
And I mean, it's the truth though. It's like, it's a matter of what type of person are you dealing with. And there are those people where because of who they are, you want to give to them. And that's how I am. Somebody will come across uber genuine in the very beginning, and then it's like you realize, well, their intention was to slither on in. My pledge to myself is just to make sure that I don't ignore that inner voice within me that says, let that baggage go. What you been telling me, sis? Give them they ish back.
Yes,
Here they go. Here
yes.
you go, boo. Give
Yeah,
it back to
yeah.
them. And that's just where I'm at. And I feel like, I've had like a hell of a weight lifted off my shoulders because I'm starting to remember me. Like, I'm starting to remember that, yeah, I'm a mom first, but first and foremost, if I'm not together, I can't keep you together. I can't help you stand strong. So, like, I'm proud of myself. I'm like, hey, not your status quo. Welcome back, boo. That's how I feel. I high five myself. Y'all think I'm clapping, but I'm high fiving myself because I'm like, I know that's right. And it's what you said, Queen. You have to know when to hold, when to fold, and when to walk the hell away. And these
Very
boots are
true.
made for walking, you know.
You are killing me tonight. Listen, man, when you said, what did you say about hell? The
No,
pavement.
oh, I said the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Chef, you ain't somebody grandma with these sayings. Listen, I'm here for it. I was over there about to spit my drink out like,
Right.
yes. But that's just it. You know what I mean? And you listen, ladies, y'all are on it. Period. Like, that's talk y'all talk is all I'm saying. Cause that's
Well,
that's that's the honest to God truth. It's just watch people's intentions. But one thing you'll know is when, you know what I mean, it's a balance in any relationship. And this is my
Hmm.
opinion. I believe that any relationship, when it's balanced, some, like, for instance, me, my sisters, me, and my 30 plus year old best friends. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, but whichever way I'm going, they always there on the other side. You know what I mean? Simply Lorraine called me many, many years, just out the clear blue, just like, I mean, time is impeccable. You know what I mean? It's what I
hmm,
need when I need at that time. And
yeah,
again, when you get to see, what's on the other side of that, and what you like you said, not your status quo, what you allow yourself to stoop and settle for. And this is just not, again, relationship, it's friendships, it's families.
It's
You know what I mean?
family.
It's everybody. Listen, if you don't match my swag and my flow on across the board, the cutoff game is serious. We ain't even gonna talk about it right now. That's where I'm at 41. We ain't talking about it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I think that, like you said, not your status quo, I am time tested across the board when it comes to everything: family, love, relationships. I'm time tested, mastered. You understand what I'm saying? Am I not still learning? No, but I'm time tested in my loyalty and what I will and will not do. For my friends and my family, my loved ones, my husband. And even when I was dating, the things that we did not pay attention to. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? When it comes to purpose in dating, purpose in just wait in any time that you spend on someone, I don't care who it is. The time that you spend, our purpose has to be driven into something that's going to be a good balance, I believe, for us. It has to be a balance, because I think that that's what's throwing the world off now. It's too much imbalance.
That's exactly what it is. And you got,
Yeah.
one group going here, one group going there. And the thing about it is, if it was a collaboration where folks came together, that's where the balance comes into play. And y'all, I'm telling you, it's like, the best thing that I can offer to our listeners, and just to bounce it back from one to the other in our trio, is just stay and listen to that inner voice, because when you ignore it, it's like you're ignoring your own intuition and saying, like, I know this person is not right. I know I shouldn't keep on being friends with Sister Johnson, but she does do what does saith the Lord. And so I'm gonna be there for her. I'm gonna give her this $10 for gas money. But Sister Johnson mind scratchers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm mad at her. But it's like you have to literally draw those boundaries and stick with them, because then it's up to you if you allow somebody to cross them, and that's when you have to hold yourself accountable.
And that's what
Mhm.
I love the most, not your status quo. This birthday, I don't know if y'all saw my post, but I'm like, it has just been, I mean, spectacular, because I feel like I've got a chance to see people's hearts, and I'm finally finding that balance where even your post, your text, it could be just something simple, just to know I felt people's hearts. You know what I mean? Was like mine, just to be, and not identical, but just to be around like-minded people that has the same,
Mhm.
that shares the same heart, in certain things, that you do. It's never
Mm-hmm.
I did this so you do that. For me, it's always what's at the heart of it. And if you think about it, not to get all spiritual on you and all of that, but if you really think about it, at the end of the day, that's love, that's God, and that's where he looks, always at the heart of it. So for me, I always talk to you guys about surfing. I'm at the age where now I'm at the experience, let me say that, where now I don't look at the surface. I'm really trying to see
Mhm.
what your heart looks like.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
Most
who you are,
definitely.
I want to see
Yeah.
what your heart looks like, cuz that's the only beat I'm moving to from here on out.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I got to go eat some steak. I love y'all.
Well, ladies, all
Well, I
right,
heard
enjoy,
that.
boo, enjoy.
Bye, yeah.
Talking about boundaries, Miss Status Quo, I was
Yes,
just
ma'am.
thinking, it just popped up to me. Like, let's say with us learning how to, and I think sometimes we just got to go through some things just so we can learn how to set healthy boundaries for
Right.
ourselves.
Right.
Because, like, let's take just a 2-lane highway. Well, if it's only 2 lanes and those little, are down the road, and one of us veer over, then it's gonna be a crash. And it
Right.
might be fatal if you don't have some
Fiery. All
boundaries.
that.
You know what I mean? A setback, whatever you want to call it. The comeback might not be that easy.
Right.
from whatever it may be. But like you said, I've been listening to different things, reading different things. And there's a lady that I heard, Miss Latoya O'Keel, on YouTube. And she was talking about how she had watched a video with Oprah interviewing Maya Angelou. And she asked Maya Angelou, what is the best advice you have ever given? And she said, the best advice I have ever given was when I told my son that there is a place inside of you. Now, this is a Miss Maya Angelou talking to her son. She told him there's a place inside of you that you have to keep pristine clean. And to me, that would be talking about your spirit. Like there's a place inside of you that you have to protect.
Yeah.
And that may mean friends, relationships, family members, opportunities, when
Right.
when that thing inside of you is telling you, no, this ain't good for me, then why find out?
Right.
Why test the waters? At some point, we not those toddlers no more that got to find out that the oven's hot.
Right.
Because somebody might not be there for you to go cry to.
Well, I tell you what, I'm done being a damn fool. I don't want to be no fool no more. Like, I'm following all signs. I'm pausing at all red lights. I'm slowing down at all yellows. I'm throwing a flag on the play, all of that. And it's like, I'm always so worried about hurting somebody else's feelings. And I think this is it, like the time has come for me to still be respectful, but to be more assertive about what time it is, because people call themselves trying to sneak this walk over you. Sometimes they get to being real condescending, and sometimes I just have to like remind somebody, let me remind you of the reasons why you approached me in the first place. So people they take my kindness, my loyalty, and all that, sometimes weakness, foolishness, being green, whatever you want to call it. No, that's just where my heart is with you, so I'm none of the above. I might may be foolish, but I know when it is what it is. And I think it's just important for us to stick with that, because I don't want to backtrack. And you're right. It's sometimes ain't no coming back. You know what I'm
Baby,
saying?
listen. That thing's so hard. You be needing her prayer, his prayers, grandma's prayers, and somebody else's prayers to get back. You hear me?
I'm not
For
with
real.
it.
No.
Yeah. So I think,
Mm-mm.
we just need to stay steadfast on doing what we know we are supposed to do, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that have to deal with the repercussions. We have to deal with the consequences. We have to deal with the heartache. We have to, deal with all of these things that can cloud our minds because we feel like somebody did us wrong when we gave them full access to us, mind, body, spirit.
Yeah, but then also we gotta understand sometimes we gotta quit or getting to that point to where you just, and it's so simple. First of all, realize you with you 365, baby. If ain't nobody else around, you are with you 365. I don't care if you live 5 years or 100 years. 365 of each year, you are with you. At some
Yeah.
point, you looking at you. So just really knowing how to enjoy yourself, knowing certain little things about you will help you in your relationships, your everyday relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not searching for something outside of yourself, outside of your spirit, and outside of God to give you something.
Right.
Because all of that is already there. So it ain't about, oh, I'm bored or I need some company or, like I've always been the type of person, and some people will be like, "Well, what you do?" I will go to the movies by myself. I can't play pool by myself, but
Bless your
I'll go
heart. But you
anywhere.
would if you could, wouldn't you?
Yes, ma'am. I will just. I mean, why can't you do it by yourself?
Right. Well, you know what? I think that's a good place for us to pivot because the second half of our show, we were going to tap into being alone versus being lonely. And I think that is a good segue into this topic, simply, Lorraine, because I mean, there is a difference. There is a
Yes.
difference in being alone versus being lonely. So tell me about that since you go to the show by yourself.
Hey, if it's something I really want to see, I'm going to the show. Listen, I'm not. What am I? What do I look? In my mind, it's like this. What do I look like? Like the show comes out. I got the time. I want to go, but I might not go today. I might not go tomorrow, and I might not go next week because I ain't got nobody to go with me. That don't make no sense to me.
Right.
Why would I deprive myself of doing something that I enjoy just because there's nobody there at that moment to do it with me?
That's true.
I might go for a while. I mean, I don't necessarily personally, but for me personally, I'm not trying to be, biased, but me personally, I don't mind being by myself. So that might be a little, a little biased maybe.
Okay.
But what is really like, what is lonely for you? What does lonely mean to you?
Lonely means I'm calling you, I'm texting you, I'm calling you, I'm calling Queen G, I'm calling my mama, I'm calling my daddy, ain't nobody got time for me. I'm not only am I now lonely, but I'm hotter than fish grease because y'all ignoring me and everything. Lonely to me means ain't nobody accessible to me at the immediate moment that I need, because I feel like if you see me calling you back to back to back to back to back, y'all need to pick up and answer for your girl, and
Well, what
so
if they can't?
if I text you 911 411 AT&T, let me pick up the
No,
phone for
listen,
me.
baby. If I see that and I know, but if I see that and it ain't no damn emergency, listen, we gonna have a
I know, and then I'm gonna
whole
be in trouble, and that's
conversation.
my
But
problem.
see, like, listen, don't be tapping in, scaring my spirit, got me out, and you just want somebody to talk to. Ninja,
No,
I
that's
was
an
busy.
abuse. Yes, no, that's an
Now,
abuse of privilege. Yeah,
yes,
no,
very much so.
but like, okay, let's take for instance, getting ready for the show tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, getting ready for the show, y'all. I'm talking about my nerves have been through the I needed Dr. Morgan tonight. Let me tell you, because my nerves are up here. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I'm texting Queen G, like, I need to get the this, the that, and da 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 for the show. And I got to texting. And when I wasn't getting a response back, and it's a different kind of loneliness, but I did feel alone because it was like I have to get everything set up so that we got our Saturday night getaway, And so I sent a text message that said, I'm panicked. And sis came through for me, and she's here. Okay, this is what you do. Da 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 da. Don't worry, I'll be in. Now that's when I'll put on my National Guard contact status. I'm sending out APBs. You know what I'm saying? I will call your mama. If I'm trying to reach one of my residents at work, I go to their application and call their emergency contact. I don't play when I'm looking for anybody. But it is I don't like being by myself. I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm such a people person that if I've got a great idea and it's something that is going to be so much fun and simply Lorraine needs to come with me. And I'm going to call you 99 times like, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Because it's like, I want to share my good thing with somebody. Don't invite me to the show. I fall asleep in there every time.
Okay.
I'll go. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I know it's a big deal when I'm focused in my solitude, and it's a lot of times when I have to dig down deep in thought to gather myself. And sometimes I get like, I'll let my emotions get the best of me. And sometimes I'll just have to clam up and regroup and say, hey, now you can get your thoughts together. That's when being alone is good for me. It's therapeutic for me.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as being lonely, I have to remind myself that I have 3 kids. I'm never lonely. I think when I say I'm lonely, it's in a sense of I'm always fed with my children's love. But sometimes I like interacting with my girls, or like I can't wait to get with Bae, or maybe my team members at work. Like it's just another kind of love that I get from them. And so I think sometimes I experience that form of loneliness. I know last fall we had to quarantine
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of weeks or a week and a half, whatever. And I couldn't wait to go back to work. I was
I bet you
lonely. I
couldn't.
was missing grown-up interaction. These doggone kids drive me crazy. I done cleaned every nook, cranny, and baseboard in my house. I was lonely, and I had a house full of kids. And so I think it's just a difference of what is the lining of that word, because being alone is okay. And you gotta get comfortable with yourself. That's how you find out who your authentic stuff is. When you by yourself, you can tap in, you can be naked, you can count your stretch marks and all of that and figure out, what is it that makes you tick? What is it that makes your brain click? What is it that makes you feel like, today is the day that I'm going to sit up straight, put my shoulders back, and let y'all know I'm here. I'm in the building. What's up? 573 is in the building tonight. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to you it is required to have that alone time sometimes. I think it's healthy. I think it's real healthy. So,
Alone time for me, just with my personality, is essential for me,
yeah, because
especially
we be
with
getting on
just
your nerves.
yeah. I love y'all though. I really do. And I wouldn't even just say getting on my nerves because I know y'all. So, like you said, you got almost an immediate answer today because she already know you was finna go off in a whole nother
I
field.
was gonna call the hotel they at.
Really?
And I'm not lying. I would have
I
called
know
all
you
the
was, and
kids
you
and my
gave a
mama's
mouth
number.
drop.
I
Seriously.
would have, girl, because I asked for the room or the hotel information. I wanted to see how pretty it was, but somebody was gonna answer me, and I done text Week T -20. Hey, it's
Yeah.
time in 20 minutes now, so come
Yeah,
on,
but that's exactly why she got right back with you, baby,
because
because
she
she already
knew.
knew. She already knew. But a
So
long time for me is essential. Like I like, just being able to unwind, relax, de-stress. Cause there's so much, like for me, there's so much going on in the world. You gotta, cause I'm a people person first and foremost. Even if I don't feel like talking, sometimes I can't be places without somebody holding a conversation with me. And I
yeah,
get it because I'm easy to talk to. So that really ain't up to me. That was up to God. So I just gotta roll with it. I don't
yeah.
have a choice. So, but and being that way, it's like when I'm alone and when it's quiet for me, I can de-stress, I can think, I can recalibrate.
Not
I can get in,
calibrate. That's a
yes,
good word.
I can
That's a good
recalibrate.
word.
I can get in tune with myself from everything I done dealt with at work, dealing with the elders in my family, being accessible to who I need to be accessible to. But
Yeah,
also making sure I keep myself in that. For me, peace is very important. So just making sure I can keep myself in that peaceful place. Cause
mhm.
like my people don't like me to know me if I ain't at peace. They don't like me.
Baby, I will leave you be if you ain't at peace, because I know what it is. I don't
Yeah,
want no
you have
smoke.
you done
Yes.
seen me before, and
You know,
it's nothing personal. And
it
in one
ain't.
of our shows, our bro, Mr. Corey Pro, helped me. Like, he made something click for me when he was like, he got to a place and a point to where he felt like he understood that he's sensitive. And I think that's just my reaction, because I am sensitive to the things that go on around me.
True.
And even though it might be important for those around me, you got to give me a minute. Cause the Miss Simply Ray you want right now, you ain't gonna get her if you keep
You're not gonna
trying to
get
push
her.
for something I ain't got to give.
Right.
I'm getting ready to be like, look, leave me alone. Don't call me.
Where he felt.
You know what I'm saying? Don't or I won't.
But that's the truth,
Absolutely,
though.
yes. Yes. Like
it's serious.
and I'm protective of my spirit. I've really learned to be protective of myself. And when I'm protecting my spirit, it's just like, that's just best for me and those around me at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like folks don't really know that you are really helping them.
Yeah.
By taking that beat and putting yourself in that safe, quiet space of solitude and solidarity, and saying, you know what, I need that me time. I need that me time to just get it going.
Yes. Yes. And just really understanding, like, when you spend a lot of time with, not a lot of time, but lonely versus being alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of us ain't for everybody. Everybody don't have the capacity to.
Hold on. I ain't for everybody.
No, baby. I didn't say you ain't for everybody. I said all of us ain't for everybody.
Okay, because I feel like who doesn't, girl, who would deny
You know what? I
themselves the
can't.
pleasure of my company?
You know what? It depends on, look, it depends on what which Miss Status Quo shows up. Okay. Who we dealing with today?
But not your status quo. Not your status quo is its own entity. I wouldn't even bring in, now sound like Queen G. I'm not bringing in Rezzy, because Rezzy's hood. I'm not bringing her in until, I know for sure, because you bound to cut me off on the first date if you meet Rezzy. Now, America will, she will take you to your exec meetings and that sort of thing and all that. You know, my everyday being, I'm just trying to make it that everyday being, but not your status quo. I feel like not your status quo is that version of me that they want, that they need, because
Okay.
I feel like that is the version of me where I'm more open and like free to share myself, free to give just a little bit more of myself. I don't know. It's my, that's my good alter ego. Like, that's the one where she's bubbly, she's gonna mingle, she'll be the first one to say hello at the table full of strangers. Like, that's not your status quo.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sleeping on me.
Oh yeah. Well, coming back to, like, also what I said earlier, keeping that secret place.
Yeah.
That secret place, that place where your growth come from, your
Mm-hmm.
involvement comes from. You know what I mean? That place where our Father can really deal with us. Like, that
Mm-hmm.
ain't, those places ain't for everybody.
Yeah, you're
And
right
sometimes
though.
you have to be in a quiet place to become that evolved version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Alone time is not bad, and I can't really ever say, like, now I agree with you on being lonely sometimes, lonely for good adult interaction and conversation.
Yeah. That's where my
Sometimes I
loneliness
feel
draws
like
in.
it's, yeah, now that's when, yeah, I can say I might feel a little lonely then if I haven't, I just talk to somebody on my wavelength.
Right.
Cause then, I mean, and if for me, if I haven't in a while, then I'll just get quiet, and that's when people around me or around me on a daily basis, whether it be family, at work, different places like that, they'll be like, "You all right? Yeah, I'm fine, but I'm just not talking right now
Mm-hmm.
because I need to talk to the right people.
Right.
I can't just." And I don't know. I'm not very good at, I guess I would say, what they call it, conversation.
What,
Just
Jeffin? Jeffin ass. I ain't good at it either. I said, get your Jeffin ass up out my face. I don't
no,
have
I
time
ain't
for
good at
it.
conversation like that, or just, small talk. I'm not very good at small talk. I can't small talk for long.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a
Well,
couple sentences,
and
hey,
keep
how
it
you
moving.
doing? And I gotta keep it moving. If ain't no meeting that conversation, ain't no real talking going on, I can't do it.
Well, you know what? Again, I know y'all been sick of me for the past few weeks, but y'all know my little friend got me like it's in every aspect of conversations that I have now where I'm checking to make sure, honestly, though, that um what I'm talking about is seriously constructed. Like, I don't want to call you. Obviously, I want to call you. And maybe the most constructive thing out of our conversation, even if it's all of 5 minutes, is me saying, hey, Simply Lorraine, I was just calling, making sure you amped up for tonight's show, blah, 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 and then keep it moving. Or like if we start to stray off into something else and then it clicks with me that what we're talking about, it's not benefiting you. I'm not helping you. I'm not enlightening you. I'm not doing anything that is going to put you in a better position where we were at the start of the conversation to the end of the conversation.
Hmm.
I think in having this special person is like also making me look at myself and making sure that I'm giving you the best me. Like that when I do call you, because I know that our work schedules are the complete opposite, that when I call you, I am making the most of if all we have is 5 minutes, and it's hard for me because the people that I love so much that it's like anything that I'm doing that I think is gonna be great. I want you to do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to
Hmm.
come with me and that sort of thing. And I see that I have to channel some of those things, some of those characteristics like what you have, um, and enjoying the things that I like alone because it does. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I am good at doing alone, and I really don't want nobody in my way. Is when I'm in my element at the stores and I'm on my Martha Stewart Black, or I'm on my. Did you like it?
Yeah,
Or
like
if I'm on my HGTV kick and that sort of thing. I'm like, you can come, but you know, unless we're doing the redesign for the person who's with me specifically, move around.
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are the types of things that's when I'm in my happy place and I'm looking for all things pink or all things fluffy and that sort of thing. I think when we find those wonderful things that just give us joy, whether we first thing in the morning or late o'clock at night, I think those are the things that I can speak for myself and say that it allows me to draw the difference between me being alone and being okay with that, and then being lonely and longing for that adult stimulation.
Okay. Very true, very true. So you mean I can't go shopping with you
I
and
mean,
ask you a
if
bunch of questions?
you can go. I mean, we can work on your color concepts and stuff, but like, it's cool. It's like, because then you do want to share those things again. You do want to share those things, but it's like you said, knowing when you do need that time. Sometimes I'll just be in a funk where I wish I could be by myself and I know I have to clock in, and I just have to like produce some fine print at the start of my day that it's like, it's not chowing for real. Is not me. I guess it is because it's my feelings, but like, could y'all please not talk to me? Like, just for a little bit, because I just feel real stank, and it might not come out the right way. And I appreciate being in a place where I can speak that way, and at least be upfront in saying that I'm in a funk right now and I need to shake that so that I don't, rub y'all the wrong way. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I might have just woke up late and now I'm mad, but that ain't none of their business. But I feel like when you have people who at least give you the benefit of the doubt and understanding, then it's a lot easier to put those things out there when you do need that alone time. Even if you're, working, or even if you're in you have a family and that sort of thing. I know if I'm blessed with a husband one day, I'm gonna make sure he got his man cave, because he's gonna need to get away from me for a little bit, because I'm gonna get on his nerve,
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna make sure Bay got his Bay cave. Well, I guess it'd be my Bay's cave, so it'd be his man cave. But that he's got that little masculine oasis to escape to, because everybody needs that. Our kids need that. I see sometimes my mama needs it, because I'll blow her. She'll make me want to go over to the house and use my key to get in, because she won't answer the phone for me. And I'm like, well, mama, you didn't answer the phone. And she's like, you know how many times I call you and your phone go to voicemail? And so, like, I know, and I'll be quiet. But
You be quiet, huh?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't think about it like that. I'm selfish sometimes. I'll just be looking at it like, I'm trying to get in touch with you, Simply Lorraine, so I'm finna pull up.
That's very fair, but I'm liking that this conversation is going that way, because a lot of times a lot of times we look at it like, oh, I'm so lonely, or I'm alone, and really we ain't took the time to just really deal with our star player. Handle our star player, because really think about even in living in a house with somebody, nobody is going to be accessible 24/7, and they shouldn't be. They should be able to have a moment where they can just kind of breathe.
Okay, I'm gonna stop
You know
you
what
right
I'm
there.
saying?
How long is that moment though?
I don't know, because me being the type of person I am, then somebody get in their feelings because you sat outside an extra 10-15 minutes before you go in the house.
Like in the car, like you got home from work and it took you 10-15 minutes to come in?
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna have 10-15 minutes when I got in.
You see, I done already got an attitude like, well,
but
what
that's
would you?
what I'm saying. Like, but sometimes we can't try not to take it personal.
Yeah, and that's my problem.
That's okay. I'll be taking things personal too. It's all
I'm
right. I'll be
trying
having
to work on
to
it.
talk to myself sometime, like,
Yes,
that right might not really be about you.
man.
Like, you just really might not be that important at this moment. That ain't about you. That's
Man,
okay.
I'm trying to tell you, yes. And I have to tap in on that, because it's like, you it's so hard when you are working on changing multiple things about yourself. And especially something like that. And I am a bit of a smotherer, especially like for people that I love so much. Like, I call my mama so much that my dad, he'll start counting the calls, and he'll be like, well, how many times you gonna call? Or, whatever the case may be. I have to give people their space. And I'm trying to get better about that. But something simply, Lorraine, that I'm seeing with me trying to be respectful of one space, sometimes I feel like that backfire on me. Like when I'm trying to be respectful of somebody's time, and then like I'll get a text message or a phone call or an email that's like, dang, I ain't heard from you, and da. Or, man, you were supposed to hit me up this afternoon. Why you ain't call me, or whatever. And I'm like, well, hell, you just as busy as me, so I'm trying to give you space and me stay on up to protocol and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And so I do feel like sometimes I need to decipher with the relationships that I have
Mm-hmm.
what that level of communication needs to be.
Well, I mean, but at the same time, if you're communicating with somebody that you've already had a long lasting, you know what I'm saying, connection, relationship with, maybe it's just like you're growing, you're evolving, you're changing. Maybe they're just used to you doing that. So now they have to get used to the status quo that's like, you know what, daytime is just as important as my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And those, I would almost say those really important relationships are going to be able to evolve and grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't, after a while, it won't be a problem. I have people I can't, shoot, I might not talk to them in months, baby. And then, boom, we on the phone 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
But, and then, but that's just how our relationships have always been, though. When we spend time, it's just like yesterday. But we all busy. We all have different lives. We all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Working, busy, the hustle and the bustle. And the thing about society nowadays, everything is so, we're so accessible, but you really still don't have access to anybody.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The access do you have? Is it, I guess you would say, the access that connection in that relationship needs.
Well, I get thirsty for certain people, and I just be wanting to. Every time we talk, I want video chat. I don't care if you're on the toilet. What's up? I
Why
want
are
all
you
that.
playing with me?
Bro,
Are you
I mean
serious?
it. I mean it. And I'm telling you, like, there's certain individual that just touches my heart all the way. What is it? All the little chambers of my heart is touched by this one individual. And it's like, when things are new, um, you want to be respectful and like that sort of thing. You don't want to come across too strong or
Mm-hmm.
that. And so it's like, well, I'll be looking like, okay, when was the last time I texted him? Okay, so, but then I'll have like a busy day where I can't, I'm not able to be my normal thirsty self and be like, and and then I feel like, okay, well, I didn't get to talk to him at all today. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm trying to be respectful of, somebody's time and our relationship is new and da da da. How do you draw that fine line of communication?
That fine line. I mean, first of all, figuring out how much communication the person that you're connected to needs. Because some of us need more than others. Would be
Yeah.
one of them. And then also, what is too much communication? Which, I mean, I guess there can never really be too much communication, but sometimes we really do be having stuff going on. And if we happen to be the type of person that's going to be all in our feelings because we feel like there's cell phones nowadays, so I don't care if you in the shower, you could have answered the phone, you could have texted back. If you was, walked in
Yeah,
the
no.
store to pay a bill, you could have responded. It's like, again, we're accessible 24/7, but you don't always have access.
Yeah.
A person can't always just respond like that. And I'm
Right.
terrible at having my phones on silent all the time.
I am too. I am too. It's like, I just wish the awkward phase would get gone and get on so that I can
Why
be
is it
like,
awkward? You getting to know
it's
somebody. How's that awkward?
girl, it is awkward as hell because I don't care if it is new. I got something to say. I got something to say at 10, 10, 15, 10, 30, 10, 38, 10, 40.
You know what you been got about on my nerves, honey. I be like, you quit texting me.
Girl,
Stop playing.
I'm telling you, and I'll be sitting up thirsty. I'll be wanting to go, and then he don't even like texting, and so I have to call because he does not like texting, and so I'm like, I
Are
like
you
texting.
serious? Stop playing with me.
I like
You play too
texting.
much.
I like texting cutting because I like to go back and read the text message and dive in the moment. And I'll be like, I wish I would hear what he said. But then it's like I have to go back to the old conversation and like try to replay that memory versus, a text message where I could send 99 texts back to back to back to back. Now I tell you, one of my friends, she told me that ain't cute. And she said she hates when people text her like that. Like one text message that says, "Hey girl," then another one, "What's up today?" The next one, "We still meeting up?" She said, I'm supposed to send one big giant text.
Yeah.
So now I'm thirsty and I got pitiful texting etiquette. I'm doomed.
Maybe you're not doomed.
Just
You're
give
not
me some
doomed. You're just
stamps and
you.
I'll write a
You're
4-page
just
letter,
you. You
child.
like you want it. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm just
Communicate,
going.
but you're a communicator though. So
I
that's you know what I'm
am.
saying.
I
Is
am.
that your love language?
I mean, I guess. I'm still trying to figure out that out. I'm still trying to figure out if you saw what book I got. Marriage is not for everybody. I don't know my love. I honestly, I'm still trying to figure out who my authentic me is.
Okay, and ain't nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that because we learn every day. So you might learn something new about yourself every day.
Yeah.
You might think about it later and be like, oh, I'm not going, you know. Like you said, sometimes you're too busy to text and communicate as much as you would like to.
Yeah.
And I've just never really been big on texting. I'd rather be on the phone. Cause
You want to be on the phone too?
yeah, and this is why I'm not finna be on the phone texting you for a whole hour back and forth these long paragraphs. Stop, take the time to read and pay attention.
Y'all better read my text messages.
And then we could have been on the phone 5-10 minutes. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. We could have got on the phone a good maybe 10-15 minutes, talked about what we need to talk about, and keep it moving.
And kept it moving.
Especially if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, gonna respond to the conversation that fast.
Yeah. Okay, I could see
Most of the
that.
time I don't even have my hand in my phone my phone in my hand that much. So or it's on silent, like I said. So I've been unset it down and you done text me a whole conversation 30-40 minutes ago.
And then I'm ready to drive over there because you ain't answered not a text
You ain't
message.
get to it, I open the door and I'm gonna be like, really? I'm gonna be like, what happened? Why? What's wrong? You okay?
I need work. I needs work. That's
We
it.
all do. We all do. It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know. I guess because I feel like I am much more articulate in written form because, I can go back, I can switch it up, I can reread my thoughts in print versus once they've already escaped me orally. And so I think maybe that's why, especially in a new relationship, I think that's why I be wanting to and also, I'm at work. I might be, on a quick breather break or whatever. I might be cleaning a house or something, and then it's like, well, let me send a quick text message or whatever. And it's a lot easier for me to do that, that that is my easier form of communication if I am in the field or that sort of thing. But I don't know. I guess I'm still trying to find my niche and all of that and my level of comfort. So I don't think it is a matter of my way of communicating due to my level of lonely though. Like I think that I'm better in my alone time because I have more, that's my new favorite word, constructive things to fill my alone time with, like new literature and that sort of thing.
And that's just it. Like, you know, for me, after a while, TV gets old, all that. So I got to
Mm-hmm.
find me something to do. Whether I'm cleaning, I'm reading, I might decide to turn the music on and jam while I'm
Yeah.
cleaning, be dancing by myself. Oh, well.
Right. Well, you know,
Yeah.
gangsters don't dance, baby. We groove, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I am not a
I
gangster
mean, but
kid.
who really don't be having the music jamming while they cleaning and don't,
Right.
might not bust a step on you. You got
Right.
to.
I'm here for it. You know,
Yes.
and I'm your clean friend, and so that's the way I move and groove. And it don't matter if I'm listening to the Commodores or Lil Jon and the East Side Boys or Lil Durk. I'm in there. I'm here for the beat. But
Yes.
I just, I'm just still, when you start changing yourself and you start finding out things, it's like, I guess I'm not um, like how I thought that I wanted to be the center of attention. I guess I pick and choose those moments of that.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. But if you think about it, like, you're the only girl. You've always been a center of attention.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And really,
compliments
you
to my
say,
dad for that.
yes, and then, like you
That's my
say,
boo.
you as you're figuring yourself out, and sometimes I think it's not really not being so hard on ourselves sometimes because the world, life circumstances, different things we go through kind of shapes and molds us.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to necessarily be regretful of those things, but then sometimes you gotta take a little time to get to do a little digging to get to you.
Yeah.
And we in our society is so, you know what I'm saying, even if you are alone at home, you have access in your hand to any and everything.
Right.
I mean, we doing a talk show right now
Right.
in two different locations. Like we could just do this if we were having a regular conversation.
Exactly.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you right. You right.
Absolutely not. Sometimes we gotta be not like you know what I'm saying. We being nice to our friends. We giving time, attention, all that different stuff. Okay, how about be pour some of that into you? It helps us. It might speed up the process if we pour a little bit more into ourselves
Yeah.
in our alone time. I mean, because what is really like? I'm still like the whole like lonely. Like I don't.
I don't know
I
what the
can't
hell
ever
that
really
is.
see.
I
I
got
don't
too
know
much
what that
family.
is. I got
Yeah.
yeah. I never see. There we go. I don't get like I come from huge families. On my dad's
Right.
side, when I was 23, and I am a great grandchild baby. When my grandma passed, it was 198 of us.
Ooh.
I don't know what lonely is. What being at the end of the school day or something, going home and I'm taking a shower and I get to what I'm lonely in the bathroom. Like I don't know really,
Girl,
and
what'd you
let me
say in the
tell you,
bathroom?
I don't want to know what lonely is, Lord. I really don't.
I don't, and I thank God that I couldn't really dance on that. I couldn't tap into that as much as I thought I could, simply Lorraine, because it's like there are different stages, there are different phases of loneliness.
Hmm.
And me feeling lonely, I guess that ain't ain't it. I think the being alone part, I had to find the healthy for me component of being alone. But then the lonely factor is just that ain't it. That ain't it. And again, because our families are so ginormous that it's too many somebodies that we could pull up on and say, "What's going on, Cutting?" And then there's the rest of your day right there.
Man, gone with the wind. You been done went to visit. Oh, I'm gonna stop by for 30
Man,
minutes. You be like, damn, I've been here 4 hours.
exactly.
Now you
So
gotta rush to finish everything else you needed to do.
right. But it's like, man, that 4 hour interaction was so therapeutic that like it's like it was refreshing, you know. I
I
just
guess the only time I could really say I might have felt lonely would be it wouldn't be in the physical sense. It would be more of having those around me who understood me.
talk to me, cuz.
I don't, for me, that's not
Yeah.
in the physical at all. That would be just really being around people or having connections where people understood me.
Right.
So if I didn't have that, I guess I would choose to be alone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's never really necessarily been in the physical for me.
Yeah.
That word totally doesn't mean a physical content for me at all. It would just really be somebody or having those around me who understand me that I have a true and deep connection with.
You know, I didn't even look at it from that lens. You know, especially you could be lonely AF in a room full of people.
Baby, listen. Totally feeling like you don't fit in.
Yeah.
And it's it really like you don't fit in or you just really ain't there's no you as we say now, you just ain't vibing with nobody in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Them ain't your people.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We just gotta, find our people.
Find our people. And you know what? One thing about it is I'd rather be a lonely individual than be in a room full of people jeffing.
Man, straight up. Tell me about it,
Because that's what
man.
we
You
don't
remember
do.
somebody used to be like, you always jeffing.
You know my favorite line is get your Jeff and A out my face ASAP. Like I don't have time for it. And I'm not. Hey, shout out to mid Missouri, but I'm not from Jefferson City and I do not do the Jeff thing. It is not in me. And I just can't. And I would rather be lonely than pull some old fake phony stuff because sometimes it's you have to go through those quiet storms, you know, in order to get that peace of mind. And again, that's something that I battle with because I do like being around people. I truly do, the right people, you know, or somebody that I really want to get to know, you know, and that sort of thing. Yes, you do make time for that. But then it's like, you know, when you are around people and that vibe ain't there, or it's like, who are these clowns? You know, like it ain't it. Or if it's just like, if people can't relate. I was talking to somebody about our show.
Mm-hmm.
She had the audacity to say, well, you know, I sat in for a couple of minutes, but it just wasn't and I stopped her because I didn't know what it just wasn't her what. I didn't give a damn. But what had happened was it made me mad because for one, you know, who asked you? She was ear hustling on a conversation I was having with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, who asked you? And then second of all, you know, I feel like sometimes when people see things that bring you joy, um, for whatever they're lacking in their life, um, it came across as she was hating to me. And maybe she wasn't, you know, maybe she just didn't vibe with whatever it was we was talking about. But I unapologetically told her that she was not our target audience. And we here for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but there's a target audience that we are, you know, speaking to out here. And it just for her to be in a circle that's semi close to me, it just made me look at her differently. And in that moment, I did feel alone in that room full of 4 or 5 other people. And that's when I started kind of just thinking, like, Queen G talked to us about, things that'll happen when we start putting our voices out here, speaking on things exactly just like this. I felt lonely for 2.3 seconds, and then I felt strong in my singleness in that room under the umbrella and talking about our show, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, at first I was like, oh, because if Queen G was here, we would eat this lady alive. But then it was like, I kind of took it for a second, and then I just gave it to her, and I felt strong by myself and was like, well, our show really isn't for you. So for one, you need a translator. And I ain't got time for that. So, people just, I really have to pick and choose sometimes and know that it is okay in certain, not only for me to be alone, but to be quiet. Like, sometimes I do have to take a beat. If I can't get to my alone space, I just need to keep my mouth shut.
You know what? And that's okay, because we ain't for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I'm a people person. I
TLC
love
and I are not for everybody.
interaction.
Kills me though. Simply
I'm not
Lachey.
look, baby, it's billions of us in the world. And like one of my clients used to say when I was back in cosmetology, I love this older lady. And nobody liked to do her, but I love doing her. She was like, I put so many people in the world because I don't think he intended for you to like everybody. Look, everybody ain't gonna like everybody, and we not for everybody. Do you know how damn tired we was if we had to reach everybody?
Yeah, you're right. But I'm going to say, for the people who don't like
That
me,
ain't
I'm sorry for your loss. And that's LOSS.
okay. Yes, ma'am. And that's okay. It's all right.
Because the people who don't like me are probably saying, I'm sorry for your loss.
Miss Status Quo. Okay. Okay. And that is why her name is not your status quo. You see, your name says it all. So what you mean? Everybody don't like me. Your
I'm
name says
hollering.
it all. Your name, look, honey, your name says everything. It literally says I'm not your status quo. And let's
You
just
know,
face it, we live in a time, a day and age in a society where people want to put you in their box. But baby, listen, this is how I say it. And I came to the conclusion not that long ago. I don't even want everybody praying for me. Because if you ain't
yeah,
praying
that is a
God's
fact.
will over my life, I don't need you praying I don't need nobody praying what they think, what he think, what she think, what grandma think, what grandpa think, what mama think. My life supposed to be back. If you not praying the will of God over my life, and it's not
Yes,
for
ma'am.
me, and it's not a part of my destiny, baby, listen, I'm gonna need God to block all those prayers.
All of that.
Because I am not who somebody else thinks I should be.
Right.
Period.
I'm who I need to be.
I'm who I need to be for me
Yeah.
and those I'm supposed to reach in this world. And
Right.
that's it.
And that's that. And whatever I think I'm lacking, there's a realization somewhere out there that I'm working on me.
Yeah. And that's a process. And it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Right.
And I love what one of our guests said, Mr. Hamilton. Well, Pastor Hamilton, I should say.
What
And
Pastor
he said
Hamilton say?
in one of our in our conversation, in our interview with him, he was like, healing through talking.
Yeah.
Just in our conversations back and forth, sometimes we'll hear somebody else say, like I said earlier with Mr. Coy Pro, he made me realize, like, wow, that's why I be responding to people like that, because I really most people wouldn't think it, but yeah, I am kind of sensitive sometimes, especially when the things around me going on that I'm just not with, that's bothering my spirit. I don't necessarily respond in a polite way. To others, it might seem a little mean, or to some, it might seem a little aggressive. Well, you're bothering my secret place, and I'm gonna need you to
Right.
move on.
Right.
I got to protect. I don't like that, and I
That's
don't have
right.
to.
That's
I
true.
mean, again, boundaries. Like, we gotta have them, or we
Yeah.
should have them. Get to a place to where, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, joy. Like, if it brings you happiness and joy, and it ain't harming you and nobody else, and ain't nobody dying, then it ain't nobody's business.
Right. And that's
Not
that.
at all. Oh well.
And
And
in
people are gonna
honor.
speak on a whole lot of things,
Right. I
and knowing now, like, with
I
what we're
can.
doing right now, a lot of things make sense for me. Cause I mean, I've always been the type of person, either you like me or you don't.
Right.
And I never really cared what people thought or had to say about me. Not at all.
That was something I struggled with. And maybe not so what people thought about me, but what they said, because for whatever reason. Um and then it was like I was on a show and prove roller coaster where I had to show and prove that this is who I am, this is what I do. I do this. It's nothing. Then it was like, well, I'm trying to show face to people who ain't on the crumb. I'm trying to show face to people who cannot tell me that, 2 + 2 is 4 for real, for real. And so it was like, I had to get right with myself. And then it was a matter of that growth that I had got to. I didn't even have to respond anymore. It became funny. It was like, dang, I see I'm still on their minds though, because they still talking about me, and then it was just like no reaction at all.
Well, that's how you know you're growing and you're healing and you're coming
Yeah.
to a way better place. Because if you can laugh about some stuff that used to hurt you, baby, now listen, you are most definitely in a better place.
Yeah, because baby, laugh now, cry later. You understand me? I had to
Yeah.
laugh through my pain, all of that, all of that. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all tonight. Yeah, I am. Never mind. No, I'm playing.
Well, I really think that we have came to a conclusion for us in our group.
Look at us. We done
Especially,
got through this show
especially.
without Queen G tonight. We did that.
Yes, we did. And just,
Yes.
I guess I would say for our group, or for especially us two on here, like, I couldn't say that the lonely. I don't, yeah, that the word lonely don't mean people not around me.
Right.
Or
Right.
alone either. Like, alone and lonely for me I mean, it just don't.
Yeah. And just to, remind everybody, our listeners and stuff, that it's okay to spoon feed yourself to people in your life. You don't have to give them full access, right out of the gate. It's okay to take your time and getting to know someone and allowing somebody to get to know you.
And remember that we all changing and evolving. So it might, sometimes people are just, a little different and funny acting. But then at the same time, none of us
Guilty.
are required to be who we were yesterday, who we are
Right.
today, a year from now, a week from now, 6 months from now. Like, we're
Right.
not required to be the same person for anybody.
So
We're
then
supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve. Like, it's a part of life. It's a part of
it's a
your
part of
journey.
life.
It's a part of your journey. It really is.
Oh,
Well,
you
you
gonna
got
close
any
this
more
out?
comments? Yes, ma'am.
I don't got nothing else to
Yes,
say.
ma'am. Yes,
I'm gonna say
ma'am.
I have thoroughly enjoyed myself. While
Yes.
I miss Queen G, I am proud of us because we held it down, repping
Yes,
5,
we
7, 3. Show me.
did.
You understand?
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
we repping MIZ tonight.
ZOU, baby.
All right, all right. What she say? You ain't gotta go home, but you
But
what?
then what? You got to get out of here, baby.
You got to get up out of here. I do want to plug us
Oh.
real fast though. Um,
Okay. Well, go ahead and plug it, baby.
I was gonna plug us and say, don't forget to all of our viewers and listeners, follow us on Facebook, Single Mom's Lifestyle, Single Mom to Wife. And again, if there's any topic that you would want us to touch base on, please email us at singlemomslifestyleradio@gmail.com. Take us out simply, Lorraine.
Yes, well, we've come to the end of our show. Listen, family, it's been real. Thank you for watching Single Moms to Wives. This Saturday night's getaway. Meet me, Miss Queen G, Miss Status Quo, back here at the Virtual Roundtable every Saturday night. Well, our next show, we will be chopping it up, y'all, with our young lives.
Oh, Lord.
And baby, listen.
Y'all seen that one come in on me.
Yeah. Our next show will be chopping it up with our young lives, getting into their mindsets, just to see how they see the world. So don't miss us live April 3rd, season show 8.
That's right.
Huh?
9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. And 10 p.m. Eastern. Before we go, we have to leave you with the blessing that all the parents who question if they got it, Miss Queen G's Young Life, Mr. Brandon says it all in his video. And we close you and we love you all. Good night.
Mwah.
Mwah.
It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat and right before I lay. Don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike and just do it. Anything I wanna do, I know my mama, she gon' ride. Yeah. She said never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear gods. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat and right before I lay. Don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike and just do it. Anything I wanna do, I know my mama, she gon' ride. Yeah. She said never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear gods. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat and right before I lay. Don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike and just do it. Anything I wanna do, I know my mama, she gon' ride. Yeah. She said never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear gods. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to ride, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat and right before I lay. Don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike and just do it. Anything I wanna do, I know my mama, she gon' ride. Yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to ride, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat and right before I lay. Don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike and just do it. Anything I wanna do, I know my mama, she gon' ride. Yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God. Yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama.